industry on in our ongoing MIS research.
Thanks, Martina. I'm going to bring Andrew in now from the ICAEW, because yesterday they signed up to the Green Finance Education Charter, which is absolutely brilliant. Everyone in the world should have these. The UK has led the way, I think, by putting this in place. And essentially what they've done is committed to integrating green skills into its professional qualifications. But it's one thing, Andrew, to educate our trainees as they're coming in and give them the skills. It's another altogether challenge to upskill your current membership who are already in the workforce, some of whom have maybe got 30 years left in the workplace. So for the profession to remain relevant and help with the financial impacts that we've been hearing about earlier, addressing the financial impacts and really thinking those through, what are the 3 key steps and across what timescales do they need to happen or be implemented if we're going to get that peak TCFD?
Okay. Let's not pass over the issue of training new entrants too quickly, because easy to say, not say that we've been working on that for a number of years actually, in integrating it into the syllabus. And that's the key to this. It does need to be integrated. This is not a matter of, and I hope everybody on the panel would agree, this is not a matter of, we need a sustainability paper. Yeah, this needs to be part of everything else, and it's a pretty complicated and crowded syllabus already. So that's not being straightforward, but we're doing that, and that'll be starting to take place in exams soon. But yeah, let me give you the advertorial as to sort of what we're doing with our existing members. And I don't think it's 3 things we need to do, it's 150,000 things we need to do, because that's the number of members we've got. And you're right, they're all at different stages of their career, all with different stages of knowledge, all working in different contexts, different industries, different pieces of relevance. But what we've started to do, and this actually grew out of a conversation we had in the Sustainability Committee last year, when we posed ourselves the question of what does climate emergency mean for us as a professional institute? What we've started to do is take advantage of the fact that, as a professional body, as many professional bodies do, we say to our members, look, you have an obligation to keep your skills and your competency up to date. And you need to continually examine your state of competency against the work that you're doing. One of the sort of biggest things you can do wrong is set out on a piece of work you're not competent to do. So that is something every member of the Institute has to attest to every year, that they've thought about that, they've thought about the context in which they're working, and they've taken appropriate steps to repair their skills. We have, from the beginning of this year, told them that in doing that, they must specifically consider the effects of climate change. And that's not just a sort of altruism, that's a fun thing to do, but we made that very pointed to say, look, depending on the length of your career, certainly if it's going to be anything longer than 5 years, if you're not skilled on this, right, if you're not able to cope with this, you will not be fit for purpose for the clients you're advising or the companies you're working within. These are the sort of skills and the knowledge they're going to need. So, that's kind of first step, is posing that, making people pose that question in their own minds. We're building up, there's a lot of material on our Sustainability Hub and our Climate Change Hub. We're adding to that almost daily, and we're adding to it with the LNE stuff as well. And clearly we're drawing on other pieces as well. So it's really just, what's the time scale? Well, it's kind of, you want everything done yesterday, right? But encouraging, and, well, not just encouraging, pointing out to our members that this is now part of the obligation of membership. You need to get skilled in this.
Thanks, Andrew. Very